Stop right there. Before you drop that nickel into a vending machine or toss it into a change jar, you need to know this. That Monticello nickel, a coin many assume is common, is secretly one of the most explosive, high-value numismatic treasures you can find. We're talking about coins that hold pivotal places in U.S. history. Look closely at the coin in your hand. If it's a 1943 Monticello nickel, you are holding more than just 5 cents. You are holding a piece of American wartime history, a blend of copper, manganese, and most importantly, silver. That could be your next colossal payday. This coin is a wartime relic, a key date, and, in its rarest form, a verifiable numismatic superstar. It's not just valuable. It's a monumental find that can turn a casual change check into a full-blown treasure discovery. Prepare to be captivated by a story forged in the crucible of World War II, a time when the entire American economy, right down to the humble nickel, was mobilized for the war effort. The history of the 1943 Monticello Nickel is one of necessity, ingenuity, and accidental fortune. When the Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, it was struck from a classic 75% copper and 25% nickel alloy. However, as the world plunged into World War II, nickel, a vital component for hardening steel used in armor and weaponry, became a strategic, critical resource. The United States government needed to conserve every ounce of it for the war machine. This desperate need led Congress to pass an act in 1942 mandating a change in the 5-cent piece's composition. The change was implemented midway through 1942, creating the famous war nickels that continued through 1945, and 1943 is a central year for this unique group. The new alloy was a composition of 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. This new blend served the dual purpose of conserving nickel while still providing a distinct, white-colored coin for commerce. To ensure the public could easily identify these new silver content coins and remove them from circulation after the war, a large mint mark was placed above Monticello on the reverse. For 1943, this meant a large P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. This silver content alone makes every 1943 Monticello nickel inherently valuable beyond its face value. However, the real, explosive value of this coin, the kind of value that buys a new car or funds a college education, comes from the spectacular errors born from the hectic pace of wartime minting. The most sought-after variety is the 1943 2P overdate, a thrilling mistake that collectors call the fishhook variety. This error occurred when a leftover die from 1942 was repunched with the 1943 date at the Philadelphia Mint. The old 2 from the 1942 date can be clearly seen beneath the final digit 3 in the 1943 date, often appearing as a distinctive curve or fishhook shape beneath the 3. This overdate is a tangible piece of the mint's wartime urgency, a moment frozen in metal where a mistake was made, covered up, and yet still visible to the sharp-eyed treasure hunter. It is this historical context combined with the visual uniqueness that makes it so valuable. Another significant treasure is the rare 1943 P double die obverse variety. This is an incredibly subtle but genuine doubling error on the portrait of Thomas Jefferson. Some of these errors even exhibit a clear doubling of Jefferson's eye, affectionately dubbed the doubled eye by specialists. While perhaps not as dramatic as the overdate, the scarcity of a high-grade example of this doubled die variety in the already desirable Silver War Nickel series sends its value soaring into the stratosphere. The 1943 Monticello Nickels are one of the most exciting and rewarding coins to search for. Even the common issues are worth a premium due to their silver content. But when you factor in the low survival rates of the finest known error varieties, their value skyrockets from hundreds of dollars for mid-grade finds to several thousand for pristine specimens. The maximum value for a top-tier example of the 1943 2p overdate with full steps, the absolute pinnacle of rarity and condition, has reached a stunning record of over $10,000 at auction. That figure is for a single coin, graded in flawless, gem-like condition by a professional service. The sheer excitement of finding a 1943 Monticello nickel with the fishhook clearly visible is unmatched. That clear visibility of the 2 under the 3 means you have found the holy grail of this particular year, and you are holding a coin that serious collectors are desperately vying to add to their holdings. If you find one, do not clean it, do not rub it, and do not spend it. Get it authenticated and graded by a professional service to unlock its maximum value. Hold on to your hats, because you might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. The 1950 Monticello nickel, at first glance, seems utterly ordinary. But this unassuming 5-cent piece holds a secret, a spectacular rarity that makes it one of the most coveted and valuable coins in all of American numismatics, with a maximum value that will absolutely astound you. Get ready to uncover a thrilling story of limited mintage, intense collector demand, and the astounding heights that a single unassuming coin can reach in value. The Jefferson Nickel series, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the year 1950 and his beloved home at the Denver Monticello, was a remarkable exception. Began in Philadelphia and San Francisco, by 1950, tens of millions of nickels. The wartime silver nickels were gone, a dramatically and the coin returned to its copper nickel alloy. The result was a mintage of only 2 million economic recovery and normalcy. A time when coin production was generally robust. This immediately made the 1950 D a key date, and a collector's treasure from the moment it was struck. Its value comes purely from rarity. Scarcity drives demand, and demand drives price. Collectors instantly recognized how few existed, and the coin became the holy grail for completing Jefferson nickel sets. Even in circulated condition, a 1950 D nickel can fetch hundreds of dollars. In uncirculated, pristine condition, its value reaches thousands. The ultimate prize is the 1950 D with full steps, meaning the steps of Monticello are fully defined and sharply struck. Finding one is extremely difficult, which makes such coins astronomically valuable. The maximum recorded value for a 1950 D full steps nickel is an incredible $44,650 for a gem-graded example, proving that even a 5-cent coin can be worth a fortune. This rarity is not an error or a special composition. It is the direct result of limited production and collector frenzy. The 1950 D stands as one of the most legendary key dates in all U.S. coinage. If you find one, handle it carefully, protect it, and have it professionally graded. You could be holding a small fortune. The year 1964 was a watershed moment in American coinage, a dramatic turning point that instantly elevated the status of many coins produced that year, including the Jefferson nickel. By the mid-1960s, the rising price of silver had caused the public to hoard silver dimes, quarters, and half dollars. The sudden disappearance of coinage from circulation created a nationwide shortage. The U.S. Mint was forced to strike record quantities of coins to meet demand, and 1964 saw the highest mintages in history. The 1964 D Monticello nickel set new records, but quality control suffered. Dies were overused, and striking quality plummeted. That chaos birthed rarities like the full steps nickels and double die varieties that are now worth thousands. Though the 1964 nickel contains no silver, it represents the final year before the U.S. fully abandoned silver coinage for circulation. It bridges 2 eras, making it historically significant and highly collectible. Most 1964 nickels are common, but the rarest examples, the 1964 D full steps and double die errors, are the ones that command extreme value. Full steps means every line on Monticello's staircase is sharply defined. Because of worn dies and rushed production, this clarity was almost impossible to achieve. The rarity of these perfectly struck coins makes them numismatic treasures. The finest examples, certified and graded MS67 full steps, have reached auction prices of up to $14,100. These few flawless survivors represent perfection from a time of minting chaos. A 1964 D nickel with full steps is the ultimate discovery, a symbol of rarity born from overproduction. When mints rush, errors appear, and those errors become gold mines for collectors. The 1964 nickel is a reminder that perfection amid chaos is what defines true value. If you ever find one, don't clean it. Preserve it, authenticate it, and you may be looking at a 5-cent piece worth over $10,000. So whether it's the silver 1943 war nickel with its wartime overdate, the ultra-rare 1950 D low mintage treasure, or the 1964 D full steps gem born from chaos, each tells a story of rarity, history, and fortune. The Monticello nickel is not just another coin. It's a symbol of hidden wealth and America's evolving history. Keep searching, because the next record-breaking find could be in your hands right now. Subscribe and stay ready. The treasure hunt continues.